Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going fantastic. Thanks for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Today we are playing with Gerda Steiner Designs. This is a fairly new stamp set to the shop and it's called Puppy Mail. It is so adorable. And I have coffee stain on there. I was wiping up the evidence there. But such a cute stamp set. There's even lots of fun sentiments. Life is rough, which is RUFF, was so cute. I woof you. It's a good day for Happy Mail. And then there's also one, guys, that is perfect for whenever you leave your pets with somebody. One that says, "Thank you for watching the dog." So sweet. We actually used to have a black lab. We actually lost him. He was very old. We miss him, but that's what this little doggy with the bone kind of reminded me of. But anyway, we're going to do some stamping on some alcohol marker or Copic marker friendly cardstock. And then I'm also going to stamp with Memento ink. Same thing goes with that. It's great for alcohol markers. I'm also going to stamp the thought bubble in here that says hello. I thought it was really nice that this set included a thought bubble. I don't know, I like thought bubbles. I think they're super fun, especially with images. It says hello on the inside. I switched inks for the hello. I used my VersaFine ink to get a real rich black color. But as I color, I'll play some music for you, and when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Okay, coloring's all done. Pretty simple. I used my warm grays to color this little guy in. He's so cute. I just love those little popped up ears. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a coordinating die set for this. I'll link it down below. But I am going to fussy cut out my image. Pretty easy to do. And I'm going to add a little extra blending here. But they are ready to go. Now, with the extra piece of cardstock that I used, we're going to do a little bit of ink blending. So I'm going to bring in some Distress Oxide inks. Now, this, I promise you, is kind of going to look like a little bit of madness, but the outcome is really neat. Okay, we're going to start off with Twisted CITRON. And I'm just using my blending tool and just adding a little circle here. Next color, we're going to bring in Cracked Pistachio and blend that in. And I'm not worried too much about the blending because we're going to end up die cutting out this area here. I'm going to bring in my peeled paint, add that just above the Cracked Pistachio. Now it looks like a hot mess right now, but bear with me, guys. It's going to get worse. We're going to bring in Vintage Photo, add a little bit above the Cracked Pistachio, and then we're going to bring in Mermaid Lagoon right above the Vintage Photo. Blend these two together, and then on top of this we're going to bring in Tumbled Glass. So I actually really love these colors. Blending them was a little bit difficult, but when you die cut them out, it actually looks really neat. You'll see in the close-ups. But just kind of blending my Cracked Pistachio there. Now I'm going to be using a die that I don't know if it's no longer available or not. I've had it in my stash for a while, but it's basically a line of hearts, and it's actually from Penny Black. If I can find it, I'll list it below, but it's it will go the length of your A2 size card base. So I'm just going to line this up over my distressed blotches, and then we're going to die cut it out. This is going to die cut out a line, and it's going to die cut out the inside hearts too. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to line it up top to bottom, and then I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. And when I die cut this out, you know, we're going to spray it with water before we do that. I'm going to grab my water bottle and oxidize some of this ink. Maybe it'll help with the blending a little bit, but and it helped a little bit. Just gives it a really different look. Okay, I'm going to replace my die, and then we're going to run it through the die cut machine. And I'm also going to die cut out a few more, 3 actually in total, with white cardstock. I'm not going to use the inside hearts for the white ones, so you're going to have lots of hearts left over, but kind of keeping them in order because I'm going to inlay those after we get our pieces all together. But this is the outline piece with the oxide colors. Now, I wasn't a fan of the outline piece. We're going to use white. So we're going to layer them together. Now, if you wanted to use glue, you very well could. If you want to use double-sided adhesive sheets, you could. They have the glue sponge. I couldn't find mine, so I opted for my tape runner. I'm just going behind my hearts here, and we're going to do some layering. We're going to create like a dimensional line of hearts, basically. We're going to tape them down, and this tape runner actually worked really good for adhering this, so I was really shocked. Sometimes tape runners will leave a little bit of excess tape. This one didn't. It stuck to the paper, which was really good. Okay, now for my last layer, I added all 3 of my white ones together. For my last layer, we're actually going to put the colored line one right behind it. So we have 4 layers in total. Now I'm doing this on purpose because we're going to fill those in, not only with our distress hearts, but with my Journey Glaze. So we want it kind of like something to hold in that Journey Glaze. So that's ready to go. Next, I'm going to take my double stitched rectangle dies, and we're going to create a panel that's going to be slightly smaller than my card base. The largest one in this set creates a panel that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we'll run this through, and then I'm also actually going to bring in an embossing folder too. The embossing folder that I'm going to use is from Spellbinders, and I'm not sure if this is available either, guys, but anything for your background is going to work great. This one here is the Wonky Diamonds embossing folder, but we're just going to add this here and run this through the die cut machine, and then we have a nice embossed background panel. And again, any kind of embossing folder would work for your background. Okay, we're going to adhere our panel directly to our A2 size card base. We're going to leave it white, and then I'm going to add glue behind our little line of hearts. Not glue, our tape. It's been working good. We're going to keep it up. Going to flip it around and add it pretty generous to the back side, and then we're going to tack this down to the left side of our card base here, just creating a nice little heart border, and it goes top to bottom. You can see the dimension that it gives. Okay, now we're going to add glue on the inside of these hearts. I'm using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and add each one of those hearts back in its home. And I haven't used this glue in a while, and the funny thing is it was like the tip of my glue here kind of got pinched off. I don't know if it's ever happened to you with the Nuvo Deluxe. It's the second bottle that's did it. I don't know if I'm putting it in the bottle, the lid back on the bottle wrong, but it's pinched off like an 1/8 of an inch of that nozzle on the glue. I'd like to know if it's happened to you before, guys, but I just used my scissors and trimmed it off, but it's actually got a clog in it. So anyway, I'm jabbering, but I'm going to go ahead and inlay all of my hearts, and I just think that looks so neat. Love that. Love the color combination. Okay, and I love the dimension that it gives. Now I thought we needed to ground our little puppy, so what I did was created a little hillside with the leftover ink that was on my panel here. You can see I just added a little extra from my blending tool to create a little green hillside, and I left the corner intact, so it's going to line up with the corner on my card base. We're going to directly adhere this over our embossed panel in that corner. This way it kind of grounds our little puppy. I added foam adhesive behind him, and now we're going to place him on our little hill, and then I added my sentiment also. Now here's my Journey Glaze. I'm going to go generous with my Journey Glaze. We're basically going to fill it up all the way to the line, and then when it dries, it goes on a little bit cloudy, but when it dries crystal clear and gives a really neat stained glass effect, and it kind of pulls away from the sides too once it dries. I waited for it to dry and took a picture of it, guys. This is what it looks like. I did a similar card. I'll link it at the end of the video if you want to check out another tutorial kind of doing the same thing. But I love the way this turns out. But that's my card for today. I thank you so much for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Everything's listed below, and steel shots are over on my blog. It's listed down below if you guys are interested. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a fabulous Tuesday. We'll see you next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.